Boom, 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 boom. Trying to see how to sit this to where we can get a good view. Oh Lord, the kid is done. Oh, maybe I'll do that. See if it'll work that way. Okay, there we go. Better. There we go. Better. Oh Lord. Hey son, what's up? I'm gonna talk to you on the side. I'm gonna be getting a new student. I'll tell you about the other student here on the side. We'll talk about it on the side. Video kind of gonna deal with it, but not to the degree that I can, because some things will still be being handled. Hey Rochelle, what's up, baby? We'll wait for some more people to get in here. Oh, it's okay. There's a lot to tell you. We'll talk on the side. Hey Red Rose, what's up? I'll call you when I'm probably done with this live. JJ, I'll call you then. I'm gonna wait for some more people to get in. How's everybody doing? Oh, sweet mother of God. Open up the windows. I'm here at the hotel in Texarkana. I've had to sleep. I've had 2 days of no good sleep. Hey D, what's up, baby? How you doing, homie? Y'all, Red Rose, how you doing? What's up? I'm doing okay. We're gonna talk about some things. I can't. I'm gonna talk about some things. I'm not gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna talk about something. I'm a new student, by the way. I'm picking her up. Well, I should be getting. I'm picking her up. I think sometime tomorrow. Hey, Puff and stuff. Y'all, if y'all don't know, Danielle's in the house. That's Bauman. We just got off the phone a few minutes ago. Cammy, what's up? How you doing? I can see your little photo. It's kind of cool. I wonder what are you holding? Who's in the photo, Cammy? Looks like you're holding something. Hey, magical girl. Magical girl, go into Facebook and send me a messenger with your information. Let me know it's you, and then you can send me the number in the background. Shanti, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the channel, homie. I had a cousin. Yours is Shanti. I got a cousin named Shantae, spelled almost similar. Shant, I think E. So I'm hoping I'm saying Shanti is correct and not Shantae, but I think it's Shanti. Oh, it's a bone. Yeah, I could see her holding something. I thought it was kind of cool. Okay. All right. We're gonna get into it in a few minutes. I'm gonna let just everybody come in. I signed on a little bit late. I had to tinkle. I had to go to the potties. I'm gonna make y'all laugh though. I tell you, Alpha Brain, what's up, homie? I'll make y'all laugh. So, you know, we had to let out some friends. They had to go to the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl, hey Monet, what's up? Danielle's in here. And Danielle goes by Bauman JB. Um, so if y'all know who Monet and Danielle are, those are the two ladies that we had like the little trucker conversation I videotaped with those two ladies. That's them. Um, so I'll make y'all laugh. I had to go to. I'm at a hotel at the hotel here in Texarkana, and I had to go party, and then the toilet wouldn't flush, so I had to let them know, and it took them a long time. So the bathroom was kind of aromatic, radioactive aromatic, and so the guy came with the plunger. I said, "Bro, I'm gonna plunge you for you." Cause I don't want you to fall out. And since it's my stuff, I hold on, y'all. My thing is doing a weird. Hold on. I had to take it off the hotel Wi-Fi. It froze for a minute. Y'all in there? I've had braces. I need to go. I'm gonna have them taken off. They're old because I haven't had to watch it. Had the wire taken out. I've gone through different companies, and so it's insurance is not. I have to come out of pocket if I finish it up. And now what I'm gonna do, because I have two teeth, I think are gonna have to extract. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to have them do the liners because the braces don't. This is my second set of braces. I had braces in high school, and after it came out the retainer, everything spread. So if you have any tooth pulled, the braces aren't 100%. But I think I'm going to get those Invisaligns and just go that route because the Invisalign you can wear those periodically, and then I'm going to probably end up getting For the teeth they're taking out, depending on how the gaps are, I'm probably gonna end up getting the permanent ones that they screw in now. I really don't want dentures if I can avoid it. I mean, I have all my teeth with the exceptions of any extractions that took place in the back, but you guys can see right here, I spread it. Yeah, Monet girl. We have to have a side conversation on that. But some of this video is going to be about that. I'm not going to get into everything because they're still dealing with stuff. But I'm going to get into about that. Danielle knows everything. A few drivers that I talk to offline, they know everything. Obviously, Trucker Bill and Danielle and uh, what's my homegirl and Nikki in Arizona. They've kind of been my confidants that I've had to talk to regarding the issues. Because I actually did this young man when he got to the truck. I liked him a lot, but there's some other issues there. So, and I'm still like the at least the person number one. I like that person I met when I first he got on the truck. I actually like him. Some of the other issues came up. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, but I'll be getting a female student here. Um, Cammy, I said hello, magical girl. I want to make sure I mention anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this. Yeah, I did get some sleep. I had what is it? I'd only have 4 hours of sleep for 2 days. So I'm gonna get into this, and it's just a general conversation, and we'll talk about whatever else. And you guys can read between the lines on what's going on. When you are driving a truck, okay, I'm borderline diabetic. I'm very honest about that. I'm obese. I'm 400 pounds. I'm obese. I've been talking about the weight loss surgery. I'm getting ready to go see my doctor in Arizona end of the month, August 2nd. I'll be back home. And I already set my appointment. Our insurance at this company is good in 31 days, so it's good on the 22nd of July. Ooh, 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 ooh. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm going to be going to see my doctor, and we've been already talks about the weight loss surgery. So I'm actually going to be. I'm probably going to stick with this company. I'm so far. They're smaller. I've got decent equipment. Their reefers, I'm really liking that they're well maintained for the most part. If something's wrong with that reefer, they actually cut the airline so you can't even take the damn reefer off the yard, which I love. Whereas when I was at Swift, they just put a red tag on it and you get those a-holes that would take the red tag reefers over to another customer and there'd be still issues with them. So I like that. And then they'll get in there, work on that reefer, and then they put the line back. So that says to me a lot about that part of it. I had my first trainee. Unfortunately, he did have to get off. Hey, Larry Smith, what's up? He did have to get off the truck early. Um, I did do the request for him to get off the truck. I'm gonna put that way, and I'll leave all that rest of it alone. Um, the first person I met very seemed to be a very nice guy. There were other issues that came up, but I'm gonna use this to kind of explain some things. Hey Shay, um, if you are diabetic or you have health issues, there are things that we are required to do when we're behind the wheel of that truck. And to make sure that we are not sleepy, we're not tired, if we have any way to avoid those things, it's critical. It's just effing critical. Um, we saw the baby who went through the mountain and killed all them people um, in Colorado, obviously to me, because he's probably not trained. And or sometimes people are over arrogant about what we do out here. I mean, they become I have a CDL so I can drive. Just because you have a CDL does not mean you're a good driver. Just because you have a CDL doesn't even really mean that you should probably be driving a truck. I've had people who got their CDLs who got in trucks with me as trainees, especially with Swift. I had a couple of them. Those people should not be behind the wheel of a truck. I had one who I knew had mental issues. He shouldn't be behind the wheel of the truck. The Nigerian girl, she was a little skittish for me. I don't think she should have been behind the wheel of a truck. Larry Smith, gun ho on road. I see it every day. Right? You okay? You feel me? Larry know I'm talking about. Um, so yeah, his life is done. Magical girl, his life is done. And I use that example in talking to this particular student I had the other night because he asked me a question. And I'm going to share that question because I think the question was he did it to be because he's pissed off to be belittling, but it was a great question. And he asked me, he says, "Are you this?" He said, "What was the question? Are you this controlling in all aspects of your life or just trucking?" And I said, "Well, my personal life is off limits. This is business right now, me and you in this truck. As far as trucking, yes, I am very, and I don't like to use the word controlling, but you can look at it that way. I have a certain methodology by which I drive a truck. It has kept me, knock on wood, accident free for 6 years. And hey, African Violet. And I expect that when you get in this truck, Alpha Brain, yeah, I said hi to Alpha Brain. When you get in this truck, I expect you to follow those rules. I also advise you, I advise every student, and I'm very calm when I'm telling them this. Danielle can attest to that. Um, I said, I told every student, even when you got on this truck, our first conversation was, I am not an easy trainer. What that means is that I'm not a bitch, but I have set standards by which you will drive this truck because what I came out my mouth was, I want to get home and I would like you to get home to your family. We're going to get home alive. If there becomes a problem with that, unfortunately, my philosophy is you're going to get off this truck. Very clear statement. I give very clear rules. Now, with all that being said, looks like we got a storm coming in here in Arkansas. With all that being said, and I did it very calm. Danielle has heard some of the conversations, so she can attest to what I'm telling you. Um, I did that very calmly. Um, I'm not. I don't try to be a bitch. I try to be nice. Who you're talking to now? Now, if you want to bring the bitch out, you can. You won't know when she's coming because I'm very calm with how she comes to the table too. And I have some people want to play chess moves. They want to go. I hate to say the ninja route. I don't go the ninja route. I do the pink people checker route. Okay, I'm gonna do it just like I was trained at the bank. And it it's when I answered his question, I said, I turned it around. I said, so let's say I'm gonna put you in my shoes. You're the trainer. You're telling me because he told me he's like, well, do you trust me behind the wheel? I said, I've only seen you drive a total of 6 hours. How do I trust you behind the wheel? You think I'm supposed to go jump in the bunk and just let you drive the truck and do what you want to do? I said, so I'm gonna turn this around and ask you, would you trust me? Will you have a CDL? I said, so your thought process is that because an individual has a CDL, that means that they can drive. And that means you could go in the bunk, sleep, and let XYZ person sit in the front seat of this truck you ain't never seen, met, don't know how he handles a truck, don't know how he or she handles stress, don't know if he or she can back the truck, go forward, turn right. Know that when they turn a corner, they turn it for the trailer too. You're telling me you okay? You can go get in the bunk and lay down because they showed you a plastic piece that they went to school for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe 6 months, like I did, and that they can handle this job driving roadways they don't know. Is that what you're telling me? Well, yeah, they have a CDL. Okay. What you're really telling me is that you want to do what you want to do, and you want me to go back in that bunk and go to sleep, and I'm supposed to trust that. Not happening on this truck. Okay. Didn't say it like that, but I was like, interesting. Okay. That's how I handle it. Interesting. Um, and I just stayed calm. I had to stay calm with this individual. I can't get into other stuff, but stay very calm with this question. But the question is what I call very poetic because I believe that some people are that naive to think that just because a CDL is handed out to somebody, it automatically gives you free license to get behind the wheel of a semi truck and drive any the hell way you want to. And I believe that the results that we're seeing right now with some of the accidents we're seeing more frequently are because of that exact mindset. Just because you get a CD, hey, CDL, hey Nikki, Nikki's my other little that's my other, that's my adopted daughter. She gonna be like my son, like JJ. That's my adopted daughter. She young enough to be my daughter. Um, but you have she, she's so cute. You have, and we're gonna be talking to Nikki because I'm on my way to Arizona. I told her I'll be there on the first, so I'll be in Phoenix on the 1st of August. Our doctor appointment on the second, and Nikki, me, and Joe gonna go have some crab. Nikki, your meal is on the house because what of you blessing me with those items that we talked about. Nikki's blessing me with some items, and I'm Nikki's meal is covered. I got you, homie. I got you. Um, so anybody in Arizona on the second, I ain't covering every ninja's meal on this YouTube. I'm not covering your meals. No, I love y'all. It's all love. But I ain't covering every ninja's food on YouTube. But that ninja right there, that homie right there, I'm covering her food. Yes, I am. Um, and we're gonna do some interviews with her because there's a lot of wisdom in that baby, a lot of wisdom, and I think y'all gonna enjoy it. Cam, y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? Um, Larry, you know what? Don't make black people upset because you had some crab yesterday. I'm gonna have me. My fat 400-pound ass gonna have some crab when I get to Phoenix. Me, Nikki, and Joe, we gonna go get us some angry crab shop or some hot and juicy. We gonna do one of the two and a cocktail. I'm gonna do a cocktail too. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Cause I'm gonna need one after what I done been through. I'm gonna need several. Y'all have no idea. But anyway, um, when we get just because you have a CDL does not give you the right to get behind a wheel and drive a truck. And if you do, you have a responsibility to the motoring public, to yourself, and to your family. Okay, to your loved ones. And if you don't care enough about yourself, then please just go ahead and stay home. Go get a job at KFC. I'm s- don't get behind the wheel of this truck. Don't do it. Hey Erica, don't 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 get behind the wheel of a truck. If you do not care enough. Oh, we getting a storm, y'all. It's blowing in. Okay, Arkansas. I don't want to see no cloud drops. Okay, I know when the wind stop blowing, you need to be somewhere hidden. Um, but if you do not care enough about yourself, you like my dad, grumpy, and this young man reminded me a lot of my father. I told him, and I didn't mean that in a good way. He might have thought I meant that in a good way. I didn't mean that in a good way. So let's say you have a health issue. That health issue, let's use diabetes for example, and you eating straight sugar, and the next thing you know, you're in crash mode. So how you manage your diabetes is basically it impacts you. Most diabetics, if you eat a bunch of sugar, it'll elevate your sugar and then it'll drop. And when it drops, this is you. Okay? You're tired, you have no energy, you may have the runs, you may get a headache, you may put yourself close to diabetic coma status. It affects a lot of aspects of who you are. So, how you eat behind the wheel is critical. And I tell this story, and I told this to my student, I tell this to several students. And this is before I was ever borderline diabetic, okay? And I tell this story. It's when I first started out in trucking. I'm gonna share this story with y'all. And I want it because you don't have to be diabetic for this to happen. You can get with black people, we call it the itis. Okay. We call it the itis. Some people call it a food coma. Okay. I was working for Swift Transportation. True story. I was coming off home time. It was going to be my first trip ever to Portland, Oregon. Trucker Bill was up in Portland, Oregon. It was the first time he and his family had finally moved from Colorado to Oregon. And I was going to be taking my driving the truck up to Oregon. And he's up there working. He's going to hook up with me and I'm going to hang out with him. And that's first time to Jubits and all this other stuff. Speaking of, he's working for Ashley. I had an Ashley furniture load with Swift. And I was going to be dropping it at their distribution center up there in Portland, Oregon. Man, I come off home time. You know how you come, you do all your last minute stuff. Hadn't eaten. So I'm hungry. And at that time, I was probably about 150 pounds lighter than what I am now. Okay. I'm about maybe like high 200s, just about 300, something like that. So I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm driving out. I get through to California and there's I think a Pilot Flying J, something like that. And there's a Wendy's in it. Remember to because I'm getting ready. I'm on five, right? There's a Wendy's. I'm on 5 or 99, one of them. And I stop over in this little tight ass little Pilot Flying J, run inside. I get me like a triple Wendy's burger, a big ass diet or Coca-Cola. I hey Chicago BBW. I get a large fry, got my ketchup, pull over to the side, scarf this down. Get back on the freeway. I'm rolling, rolling. I'm gonna tell y'all truth. There's a portion I do not remember of that drive. I cannot tell you how I got off the freeway. I cannot tell you how I got into the TA. I don't remember. I went into food coma or the itis. Okay. Bill was calling me on the phone to find out how far I had gotten. I'm sitting dead sleep in the fuel island of TA. I hadn't gotten very far. Okay. Hadn't gotten very far at all. Bill said, he called me and said, "Where are you at?" I said, "Shit, Bill, I don't even know where the hell I'm at." Literally did not know where the hell I was at. This is in my early stages of driving. You learn some shit, and I tell you, God watches over me. I learned some big stuff from early driving. What's up, Jackie? I pulled the truck into somehow I got into the, and thank God I don't know. Like I said, I do not remember portions of how I got there. I don't remember exiting the ramp. I don't remember entering the TA. I got there, and that's how tired I was. This was back when I first started driving. Bill says, "You're done. Park the truck. Call me when you wake up." I got sent a message to dispatch. Thank God it was snow because there was still snow and stuff going on. And I just told them because weather was bad, but still, everything happens for a reason. I parked the truck and it was really I was tired as hell. And I sent a message that I was going to be delayed. And I went ahead and got in the bunk and went to sleep. When I woke up, I did what Bill called. I called Bill. Bill said, "Tell me what happened from Phoenix to when you got to the TA." And I said, "Well, man, I got the truck, got the trailer, headed on out." I said, "I stopped and got me something to eat over at Wendy's." He said, "What did you eat?" I said, "Well, I got me a triple burger." I said, "It was good too. Look, y'all, it was good." He said, "I want you to listen to me. Don't you ever eat like that and you've got to drive." I said, "Huh?" He says, "You put yourself into a food coma." He said, "It's like when you eat a Thanksgiving dinner. You eat, you're stuffed, and what's the first thing everybody wants to do after eating Thanksgiving dinner? Go to sleep." He said, "You put your body automatically in sleep mode by eating the meal you ate. You need to pick up stuff like trail mix, carrots, snackable food like that if you are going to drive. You cannot eat something heavy and then expect to drive long distances." He says, "I've been doing this for 40 years. I've done exactly what you've done. You've got to eat small side items that are not going to make you tired. You cannot put yourself in a food coma situation." Okay. Now, that was before diabetes. I wasn't even borderline diabetic back then. Everything was normal. Once you have a health issue like diabetes, y'all, you got to be on your shiznit. Otherwise, you will cause a problem or you will be a problem or both. You cannot be diagnosed borderline or full blown diabetic and eat candy, drink sugary drinks, drink a lot of milk. There's things you need to know about diabetes. So, like for me, when I'm behind the wheel of the truck because I am borderline diabetic, I don't have. I'm not eating candy, and if I do, it's gonna be sugar free. I got sugar. Well, Monty got my sugar free candy. I left it, but I buy like the packets. There's a chocolate thing. And I'm not a huge sweet person anyway. I do have cravings from every so often, but it's sweets. Mine is kind of my diabetes is opposite. I've actually sweets aren't as big as they are, and I don't know if maybe I might have carbs more, but my carbs even intake. And you have to understand too, just because it's not sweet doesn't mean it doesn't turn into a sugar. So you need to understand the aspects of diabetes. And as soon as you have that diagnosis, you need to know what you can and cannot eat when sitting behind the wheel of the truck. Okay. Right. And that's the other thing. You don't want to get to the points where you have to have shots, where you have to do inject. Once you get to insulin based diabetes, you're done. One of the reasons that Bill went and had the weight loss surgery, he was at the point of insulin based diabetes. He had to lose the weight. I'm not an insulin based, but when I get to Phoenix, we're getting ready. Now that I'm with this, I'm going to probably be with them for a little bit. I'm actually liking how they're handling stuff. They're smaller, but they're not a large carrier. They're a medium carrier. They're under the their their parent company is a large carrier. Their parent company is a large carrier, but they're a medium sized carrier, and they got about 900 some odd trucks. So but how they've handled anything that I brought to them has been very professional and so far very courteous. So I'm impressed with that part of it. My equipment, they've attempted to fix everything that was, and the truck was like I said, some virtually brand new truck. Only thing I do have is I still have a light pull right, not as bad as what it was, and it's not shaking like it was. I'm still not in love with the Peterbilt though. I want my refrigerator. I want a refrigerator APU, an inverter. Right, Magical Girl is telling you. See, health issues like what she's dealing with right now. That's actually y'all. I'm watching because we see any funnels. Shannon's out. Um, Kind of like what Magical Girl is saying. Hold on. All right, Erica. Um, you, if you have health issues, you need that are going to require certain things. You need not be behind the wheel of the truck. And if you have health issues that you refuse to manage, you need not be behind the wheel of the truck. It's like Grumpy. Grumpy is refusing to manage his diabetes. So Grumpy is somebody, he's not a truck driver, but he shouldn't be working for the trains. He shouldn't be working for the trucking company because Grumpy's going to do what Grumpy's going to do. And he refuses to handle his shiznit. When you have I like to watch out here. When you have it where you're not going to handle your shiznit, you're not going to handle your health in conjunction with something that can kick in at a dime notice, you need not be driving. So my thing is, even though I'm fat as hell, I'm borderline diabetic. When I'm behind the wheel of the truck, here's what I normally eat. I do sunflower seeds. I do nuts. I do a lot of tea. So I do pull over sometimes and pee. If I don't want to have just plain water, I do tea, and I do sugar-free tea. I have Splenda on the truck, stevia, or I'll drink the tea straight. I do carrots. Sometimes I'll get the little veggie cups at what's that place called? At y'all know the place. Loves. I get the little veggie cups and the little and sometimes the what do you call it? Ranch, that might be my snack. When I stop for the night is when I eat a meal, and that meal might have carbs in it. I might have a dessert item. I might do a sugar-free item. I might do some fruit. But even as diabetics, we can't do fruit and drive, especially depending on what your diabetes situation is, because the sugars from the fruit can impact you. So we have to be cognizant because then all of a sudden you're tired as hell, you're sleepy, you're in zone mode because your sugars are out of whack because you're eating sugar which is throwing you out of whack. That's a problem. And if you're crashing because you can't just go and eat, you can't. And if you don't respect your CDL enough, better yet, if you don't respect your own life, please don't put the jeopardy of the other people's lives in play. Park your ass at home with a job where you can be like Grumpy. And if you want to sit and be a dumbass and keep doing all the stuff that's going to eventually maybe get your leg cut off, your eye blindness, you want to have diabetic coma, then do you. Just don't do you and take out half the motor in public because you want to be an asshole and not manage your diabetes. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be real. Or not manage whatever health issue you may have. And there could be any health issue. We've got to handle it different. Otherwise, you put the motoring public at risk. So I'm a huge proponent that you got to manage your shiznit, and if you don't manage your shiznit, that's a problem. So no, you're not going to just have a CDL and me go, oh, I trust you because you got a CDL and you went to Bobby Joe's trucking school for 2 weeks, and I'm going to lay my dumb ass in the bunk. I can give you an example of that. Y'all can all go to YouTube and search that truck that went off the edge of the mountain up in the Donner. They play it at every Swift training for the mentors as well as for the orientation. And my understanding, it was a student that was driving that truck. His trainer was in the bunk. There's been a couple different stories on what happened, but it looked like it possibly was a road rage situation. And he got up there on Donner, turned the corner, and took that whole truck right off the side of the mountain. Probably because his trainer was a dumbass and thought, oh, Bobby Joe went to trucking school for 2 weeks. I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay my lazy ass in the bunk and go to sleep. Well, he went to sleep and saw Jesus the next day or hours, however long he had been in the bunk. His next conversation was with Jesus. He didn't wake up and talk to the student. He was talking to the Lord. Bible says basically when you die, absent from the body, present with the Lord. That's that come to Jesus conversation. And at the end, he saw being played back his ass rolling off the mountain because of dumbass Bobby Joe that he put in the seat who had 2 weeks in a CDL. No, I don't just trust anybody with a CDL. You got to prove to me some stuff. And as much as I got love for Trucker Bill, like I could sit in the seat with him. This that macho, crazy, egotistical male crap. I could sit in the seat with him for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, I mean, excuse me, 2 hours, and I know whether no, 2 hours ain't enough for me. I'm do 10, then I'm gonna see 20, and then I'm gonna see. I'll assess it within 20 hours and know whether or not. If you have 100 hours, I'm gonna know probably within the first 20 hours whether I'm comfortable. And even then, when I'm in the bed bunk, the curtain is open. Yeah, we got a storm right now. Hold on. Y'all see, we got a storm coming right now. This was all blue earlier, and they got a storm. I was trying to see what was coming. Arkansas, Texas, this area gets storm. It's humid as hell. So, um, what I do want to share with any of you, whether you train, whether you yourself are driving, please, 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 please be girl, Arkansas, the storms on the state line is horrid. Please, whatever y'all do, watch what y'all eat when y'all drive behind the wheel. If you eating and then 2 hours later you need a nap, you're not eating right. And there's something else going on. So I just want to say that, and you don't, and if you're training, please, 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 please don't just put a trainee in the front seat and crawl back in the bunk. That's some crazy shit. You just craziness. It's absolute. Just because somebody has a CDL does not make them qualified to drive that truck fully without additional training. That's why these trucking companies put them out with a mentor because they want to make sure that somebody that has some experience can see the things that you need to do. And so, if you can't fully back, I mean, you might have the backing skills to understand simple backing, but if you can't put something in the dock straight and it take you 20, 30 minutes to do it, but you want somebody to get in the bunk, you crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. You overturning just to turn out of a place. I'm looking and I'm crazy as hell. And you don't want to receive instruction. That's fine. But the bigger thing is if you can't function because you have health issues and you refuse to manage your health issues and you because you want to do what you want to do like grumpy, you want to be a grown little boy instead of a man, then you need not drive a truck. You need to go do something where you can sit there and I call it sitting in your BS and your dumb shit and keep doing the same stuff you're doing. Um, and that's fine. If it's only you, that's fine. But when it's you and the motoring public and anybody else, no. You need to go on and sit in your house and go work for somewhere where you don't impact anybody. And if later on you want to have a diabetic coma or whatever your health issue and lay out in the flow, that's you. You gotta be careful. Let me go back and read comments. I hope everybody's good. But that was my subject for today. Hold on. And I'll tell you more about the trainee later. But I'm supposed to have a new young lady on the truck. I don't. We have to find out because I told them if she a smoker, she won't be getting on my truck. I will bring her right back here to this terminal. Smoker, chewer, I don't do any of that. Okay. Let me go. I'm gonna go back so y'all see my hand. I know some people go like, "We seeing only the top of your head." Hold on, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back up to the top, y'all. Let's see if I got any issues to address. I told son I'll be talking to you. Hold on, y'all. So forgive me. Magical girl, I told you just to hit me up on Facebook, Trucker Doll, do a messenger to me, or hit me at truckerdoll@gmail.com. You can send me information. We can talk. Let me know what's up. Because some people I got a letter I got to read from one young lady who the one who got fired from Warner that she wrote to them because they told her to write a letter to the safety department to try to, I guess, counteract some of the shit they're gonna put on her dad. Judy Jones said Ashanti the singer, yeah. Oh yeah, Monet. We'll talk about the hotel. We talked about that. Uh, there's still magical girl. You asked me how the student did, and based on what I just said, then you have to figure that out. Just use that for part of your keys as to why I'm getting a new student. I would say right now there's some managing health concerns are the issues. Uh, yeah, Monet and Danielle together are funny. I have to admit, we're gonna have to get together again because that was actually we did have a good time. Yeah, I started buffering because I was on the hotel Wi-Fi and it locked up, and so then I just put it back on AT&T, so it's good. I haven't met the new student yet, Monet. We'll see. I'm just addressing questions. No, didn't fall asleep behind the wheel, but damn sure tired a lot. And like I said, I'm not gonna get into everything yet until everything's handled here, and then I'll kind of give y'all an overview of the story with that particular individual. As a person, when they first got on the truck, like them, they're very nice, but they've got some health stuff they really need to manage. Let's see here. And Larry Smith at the gun hole on the road. Thank you. You get these people, they be riding up on. I use that as an example when I was talking to this particular student about, you see them riding up on each other. Is that something we learn in trucking school? No, it's not something we learn in trucking school. You know better. It tells you the biggest thing you know is you can't stop that truck on a dime. So why are you bumper to bumper on another truck, or even on any vehicle? It's insanity. And the young kid that got 75, I use that as an example for this particular student is that you just gonna trust somebody because they have a CDL. This man had a CDL for a couple of years. His training was inadequate. He passed two on ramps and killed four people, and his life is done. Five people lost their lives that day. The four he killed in himself. My heart goes out to him as well because of just probably inadequate training and ignorance, maybe even arrogance, because we don't know. He might have been trained properly and decided he thought he was the cowboy of the year and he could go down that mountain in the gear he wanted to and do what he wanted to do. And then when he lost his damn brakes, when he realized he couldn't control it, then he killed everybody, closed his eyes and ran over them people and killed them all. No, 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 no. Yes, MJ, he did ask me that, and there was a lot of other stuff he said. We won't get into that. Danielle and Nikki know about that conversation, but yes, he did ask me that, and then made some other comments. He's quite special. Uh, typical male, grown male. I want to do what I want to do the way I want to do it, and I don't want you to tell me how to do anything different. So typical. I don't know if he will or if he'll wake up and correct. I mean, he has a potential to be a good driver if he handles some, if he decides to take ownership of his own health issues in some other areas of his life. And thank you to Miss Danielle because she did offer when some things went hinky with this situation to come back and meet me and park right next to me with her truck. I was like, "No, I got it. It's gonna be all right." Right. See, just because you have a CDL, we get a lot of people who are inadequately trained who get CDLs, and that's the truth. Yeah, alpha brain. Some people don't like. I know some people picked on me because I went through a lot of students with Swift, and I think overall, I think it may only pass like in my whole Swift time of ever training at the beginning, at the end. The last group, I ain't passed none of them. I ain't passed one of them crazy ass ninjas. They got a whole. Every last person got on my truck got off, and they had details as to why. I tell people I'm not an easy trainer, and I'm not mean. It's just that if I see things that say to me, you're going to be dangerous, I I'm not going to pass you. I'm going to bring it up to the company, and then they need to address what they need to address. It's on them, and that's just how I am. Because to me, I mean, I can't even imagine being the person who signed off on off that Spanish dude who killed all them people in Colorado. I can't imagine how to to say I was his trainer, I was his mentor. I'm like, oh my god, because to me that would be partly you too. I mean, you got to be careful. Erica with the pretty spelling. I like the way that spell. Your mama did a good job. That's interesting. I like your name. Crab Hut in Georgia. Okay, Larry Smith. If I get through Georgia, I'm gonna have to hit that up. They got truck parking. Spicy garlic king crab. That sound good as hell too. Yep, I'm going. When I see Nikki, me, her, and Joe, I don't look. We gonna work it out. I see. I already see. I got my angry crab shack bag with my crab legs, my snow crab legs in there, and I think my other thing I'm gonna get is some of the green mussels. It's gonna be on the cracking. Hold on, y'all. Gotta go back to where I was at. Hold on, I'm trying to see where was I at. Hold on, y'all. I went up too fast. Hold on. I'm addressing the questions, y'all, so y'all see my finger. Okay, the 75-year sentence. We aren't shocked about that. Okay. Thank you, Alpha Brain. I try to be logical and rational. And Danielle and Nikki will tell you I'm calm, especially when I'm sitting up there calculating how to deal with craziness. I was very calm. Okay, Monet, crabs, crab hut. We talked about the crabs, y'all. You talking about food crab if anybody coming to the video later thinking we talking about some other crabs. We talking about food. We ain't talking about other thing else. Okay, got lightning in Russellville. Okay, they got the storm in Lubbock. It needs rain in Phoenix. Always needs rain in Phoenix. But when it do rain, you be asking for rain in Phoenix, and that humidity and that 100-degree weather, you be happy to have that baking heat. Let me tell you, I'd rather have baking heat than rain and heat. Like this humidity here, I feel like I went through a whole entire Arizona just a baking hot. But shit, when you get the heat and that humidity, it's just horrid. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Good to see you too, baby. Magical girl, you and my ninja. I love the ninja thing. You be killing me with the ninja. Magical girl, you need to talk to Nikki about Schneider and to Larry Smith. They will give you the heads up on Schneider. Those two young ladies, and Larry Smith is not a man. Larry Smith is a woman. It's an old name that I think her husband or somebody used, so she always used that sign on. But Larry Smith and Miss and my Nikki, they can tell you about any questions you have on Snyder and why your ninja might need to say that to them. I'm just saying. Um, Although y'all are up in that, y'all think you were up in Tennessee, you was one offered me to Tennessee to come get me. Um, the company I'm at, they run in that area, so let me know behind the scenes. And if he wants to try it here, I don't know. Like I said, they're decent. They're a medium company. They've been decent to me so far. I'm very impressed. Yeah, Erica, you cannot eat heavy and do this job. Not driving. Be straight up sleep. A magical girl. I hope everything works out to where you can come back out and they get you controlled on the seizure thing. Because you're right. But I respect the fact that you honor that and don't come out here on this road and put people in danger because you know you have a health issue. That you know you that's out of your control. There's some of us that's out of your control. Okay, Erica, if you back in Phoenix on the first, I'll be there from the first till about the sixth. If you back in there, hook me. Let me know. We all can hook up, like do a meetup somewhere. Anybody in Phoenix between the first and the sixth, I'll be there in Arizona. We can all meet up, go out and eat. I know I'm gonna take my fat butt and get some food. Especially, so I'm gonna do some sushi too. Nikki, I don't know if you do sushi, but there's a good sushi spot on that side of town too. That me and Joe know about, and I introduced Joe to it. It's pretty good too. We gonna pray, magical girl, that the next 3 months is clean and everything's good, so you can get back on the road and do you. Thunderstorm watch. Oh, really dark. Okay, so that means it's a anytime they say thunderstorm watch, don't give a damn about thunderstorm. What they worried about is the formation of a damn tornado. That's what they worry about. Okay, Larry Smith, magical girl. I know Larry Smith's daughter does a seizure things. Yeah, y'all talk to each other about that. That's good. There's ways to give it up. It's a discipline. I'm fat as hell. You can do. I mean, if you're a severe diabetic, you shouldn't do sugar. You have to work around that diet. But there's ways you can do it. I easily don't eat candy. I usually get the sugar-free candy, and what gets me, my father's like, "Oh, I can tell the difference." I bought that Ninja some Diet Coke that was a little ginger. Oh, that's really good. I said, "Really? Did you like that?" Yeah. You thought it was good soda, huh? Yeah. It's diet. He get mad because all of a sudden him and his BS. Lying Negro. Just you read the bottle. He didn't say don't say sugar free on there, but it is sugar. Had to go and take him to show the back. Went and bought a whole bunch more. I thought you didn't like diet soda. Get the hell out of here. The dumb shit. Just because it says it. Lying. Yeah, hard headed is truly the truth, Erica. Hard headed. But I have to admit, this young man inspired me because I do need to get the weight off. He says some really foul stuff, but I need to get the weight off because watching him not manage a health issue, it's inspiring. Him and my father. Okay. Erica, there's a lot of trash trainers. There really are. Some of them just put them in the truck, drive forward, they'll back for them, and then they sign off on these people, and they sign off on them, and these babies came back. That we'd had some stories on the damn Qualcomm. One of them did a U-turn. Wait for it, y'all, in front of a police station and hit the police car in the semi. I looked at that thing on the Qualcomm and busted up laughing. That's inadequate training. You made a U-turn in a semi near a police station and hit a police car. I got nothing. I had to shit on the Qualcomm. I sat there and laughed when I read it. I had to leave it there. I just couldn't. JJ no, because he should have read it too. Thank you, JJ. And to me, a month is short, but at least it's better than them 2, 3 weeks. And at least you went out for 30 days. Yeah, Erica, that's one of the reasons I also want my tiny home and land because I want to be able to. Me and Danielle were talking about that. I want to grow my own food. Yeah, we haul food in the reefer, but I want to grow my own food. Zell the Great. I'm sorry, I just noticed you. Welcome to the channel. Never eat Popeyes and drive. I swear you'll be sleep. Of course, it's food, and anytime you eat fried chicken, the bread on it is carbohydrate, so it's also going to turn into a sugar. So you can't. Yeah, there's certain stuff we can't eat behind the wheel, and Popeyes does make you eat it and you get full and you're happy. It's all starch based. You're gonna be right up straight food coma, sleep, and if you got sugar issues, your diabetes is gonna be activated. Larry Smith, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I snack during my driving. Like I said, seeds. Larry Swiss talking about I eat when I'm done driving. I eat my meal when I'm done driving. You are correct. Same thing I do. Um, Most I've done if I'm hungry is I do the flatbread sub sandwiches through y'all know who I'm talking about, through Loves, and I might do a veggie sub, something real light, and it might do I might do the veggie sub. I might do a salad with them and then roll. Child, Zell, I ain't shocked with some. Well, any of your new starter companies, like I said, some of them they put them. You got trainers out there that's just for the money, and they'll just put this baby behind, run them until they get their money, and they don't think beyond. I hate to say it, they don't think beyond their face because you put this person out there, and the person basically is they're gonna be on the road with you, so they could actually end up killing you. The same person you letting slide is gonna end up killing your ass because you let them. Y'all got to think beyond your face. Oh yeah, Danielle's gonna tell y'all about the golden shower on my next interview with her. Right? Okay, this is yeah, yo ninja. Y'all love you, yo ninja. Girl, yeah, you see all sorts of stuff. And they be riding up on each other. It's just that aggression. It's insanity. MJ, yeah, the conversation. I can't deal with this right now. Where you said he obviously forgot you were the trainer and not the trainee. There's a lot more to this. I can't talk about right now because they're still working on it. But there was definitely some other things, and there were things he said to me on the last day that told me, even at his prior company, he had some special issues because he talked about something he had said to his prior trainer, and I was like, okay, so this is a known issue with you. And a lot of times people want you to go the ninja route, and they don't realize I'm a checkers player when it comes to dealing with assholes because I was raised by assholes. I don't know. And I warn people. I warn them, and I'm very calm. I do just like they did. I learned from the pink folks on how to deal with stuff. Me and Danielle just had a very deep. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna talk about that. Lisa Stone Cipher. I'm doing good. Let's see here. Ooh, magical girl. Thank you. She talking about bathroom, and I talked to my students about that because when you I talked to I'm a realist. I told them I'm very real. So I said one of the first things I get into is the toilet. I said on this truck I'm 51 years old. I have to pee. I have a bucket on there. I have a funnel. I tinkle in my bucket. I have a rug out, like I told you, I think I told into another video. I pour that into my little bottle, or I have a gallon bottle. I pour it in there, and if I can't get to grass and pour that gallon bottle out, I then may dump the gallon bottle, but I dump it in the trash. Everybody, we got to go to the trash can. You gonna stop at a truck stop somewhere along your journey. Take your pee bottles and throw them in the trash. Don't just throw them out the window and leave them on the side of the road. It's crazy. Hey, Cammy, just started back to training again, and I'm gonna see how it does here. This first one was I had a lot of hopes for him because I really liked the person when he got in the truck, and then all of a sudden everything went left. Yeah, the whole I can't stand it. Yeah, you got to stop by truck stops. So it don't make sense throwing pee bottles and shit out the window. I don't get that. I do agree they need more cops in the construction zone. Cars and trucks need to get their ass pulled over for some of the shit I didn't see. I'm gonna be doing the 360 thing to you, Danielle. I haven't girl, I got in here and went to sleep. You know I ain't had you know all the drama. I ain't had slept before. I had only had 4 hours with to sleep. Paula. Okay, yeah, and I haven't read all the email yet. I'll be getting into the emails too. Somebody sent me some emails I need to read through. V Griffith, what's up, baby? King, when I go to my angry crab shack, I get the snow crab because the king ones are harder. But to me, they're snow crab. You get a lot of meat with the snow crab with less fighting work. Y'all see Larry Smith talking y'all about Schneider. Yeah, this I'll be there, Erica, between the August 1st through the 6th. So if anybody's in Phoenix, y'all just hit me up. You can reach me on Facebook Messenger, or you can reach me on truckerdoll@gmail.com. You can find me through Facebook, and then my actual sign-on name on Facebook Messenger is Getting Saucy. That's my barbecue sauce. It ain't anything freaky. Oh, Nikki, you like sushi? Mama, homie, me and you. And Joe, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do some sushi. Sushi's like my top favorite dish. Oh my god. We're Look, my money right, we're gonna do some sushi a couple damn times. I got like a couple places for sushi. Oh, when I get there, you haven't done pho. Me and Joe got you. We got you. We got you, homie. Oh my god, you gotta do pho. You gotta do pho. We got you. Nikki, I got you. Oh, Zelda great. Oh man, JB Hunt. I think one of my boys is working at JB Hunt. He's having a good experience, good money. Cancel that. Home every night. Yeah, whatever. I like seaweed. Look, I got some seaweed packets right now. I'll just eat seaweed straight. The dry seaweed, I like that. April, what's up? I'm getting through the questions, y'all. Everybody should have a toilet on their truck. You can get the one that flushes, or you can do the bucket like me. However it works, you should have a toilet on your truck, male or female. Have a toilet on your truck. It doesn't make sense. Have a toilet on your truck. Everybody should have a way to go to the bathroom on your truck. I'm sorry, going outside and squatting under the trailer to take a dump makes no sense to me when we have a way to go to the bathroom discreetly on the toilet, especially for my ladies, but yes, males, you as well. You can buy the ones with the sauce, or the ones with the sauce, the ones with the what's that called? You can buy the one with the shit. The liquid, or you can get the ones like I have, where I do plastic bags. You can do kitty litter. There's a whole bunch of ways to discreetly go on your truck and to discreetly, tactfully get rid of it, just like a baby diaper. It's part of our humanness. It's what we have to do. Jackie, if you want to know how seaweed tastes, I get these packets. After I get through these comments, I'll go get my packet. Oh, did I bring them in? I didn't bring them in with me. No, I didn't bring them in with me. I'll show y'all later. But you can get the dry ones at Walmart that are flavored. I like the wasabi sea salt ones. They even have ones, I don't know why they do them like bacon, but they do that. TMI, too much information. Funny. Yes, you can do the septic tanks. Good point. Magical girl. So I just finally just got through all the comments, y'all. You can do the septic tank for your thing. The first trainer, one of the first female trainer I had when I was with Werner, she had a little porta john. Now her porta john was like about maybe that high. I'm too fat to try to be folding my ass down on the ground at 51 years old and trying to sit on the floor to take a dump or a piss. So I don't do that. I do the bucket and the portable loo. I do the portable loo. Hey, Trucker Felicia, what's up? I like the portable loo. The portable loo is your friend. In my opinion, it is the cheapest route to go for a porta john on the truck. I'm trying to make this work. So y'all ain't just seeing it. It's the cheapest route to go for the porta john on your truck. The portable loo is your basic. It's like a paint bucket where you mix paint. Then you go over to the campus section and you get the lid. Y'all can do a Google search for it. A portable loo. Portable loo. LOO. Loo, kind of like the British call them the loo. I'm going to go to the loo and go to the toilet. A loo is basically another word, the British way of saying toilet. Loo. I'm going to the loo. LOO. The portable loo is a camping apparatus. It has a lid and a toilet seat. It fits directly on top of the bucket. What I do, let's go and have a conversation. I take the trash bucket, which is I use that bucket also for trash. I take the bucket. It's a circular paint bucket. I have trash bags. It's about a 13-gallon trash bag. I put that trash bag on there. If you have crumpled paper, you can do that. Put the lid on, sit on it, do your business, clean up yourself, put the paper in there. I take the trash bag, I try to get all the air out of it, tie it up. How I dispose of it to where it's more discreet is I actually have Ziplocs. I get the Walmart 80-pack Ziplocs. I use anywhere from 3 to 4 Ziplocs, and I Ziploc, roll it in, get the air out of that one, put another one until there's no smell. Then I put it in the trash because if you have to go in the middle of the night, you're not getting off the truck out there in the dark and walking. Or if you're somewhere, even in the daytime where it's real funky, you're not walking all the way over across the parking lot. You can actually handle your business, and then once you leave and can get to a safe location, you can I put it in the trash just like a baby's diaper. I put it in my trash, and I throw it out as soon as I get to a truck stop or a rest area. You are going to hit one of those. There's just no way. We drive for 10 hours. I haven't been anywhere where I've driven for over 10 hours and not hit a truck stop, a rest area that doesn't have a trash receptacle. You're going to hit it. Then take it and put it in the trash. You don't keep it on there like luggage, like it's a memento. You don't. I don't use kitty litter. I just use usually paper towel and I use baby wipes. So whatever paper I have, napkins, and I usually save those because if you tinkle in there, it's absorbent for the tinkle. But normally when I'm pulling out the portable loo to use it, I'm using it because I have to number two, and I'm either at night or something like that. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't use the portable loo normally just to pee. I use the portable loo to tinkle. I mean to go number 2. Now to tinkle, how I normally handle that is I have it's like a little round bucket, like a little ice cream bucket, like little cheapy ice cream buckets. And or some people can use a cup. Me and the cup don't work because next thing I know I'm peeing on my damn hand. So I use a bucket, a little round circular bucket, tinkle in the bucket, your little squat, tinkle in it. I wipe up and then I take that wipe ups and put them in the trash. And then I take the because I usually use baby wipes. Then I take the bucket and I have a funnel. I have a little funnel, and I take that funnel and I funnel in the pee into either if I had water bottle or if I have I put it in there. And sometimes I even put bleach tablets. So I'm gonna tell y'all one day. I need to do a video on how I manage myself on the truck with certain things, like even cleaning supplies. My laundry soap. I don't buy liquid hardly anything. All my laundry. When I first came into trucking is when you started seeing those pods, when they started doing the Tide Pods and all those pods and stuff that came out. That started coming out when I first came into trucking back in 2010, and I thought this is genius. I don't have to carry bottles of liquid around, so I don't buy liquid. I buy the pods, and even for bleach, you don't have to buy liquid bleach. I buy bleach tablets. Walmart has in the Walmart section where your laundry soap is. They have a little bottle. I think it's Z or something. I forgot the name of it, and it's full of liquid. It's like 60. I forgot how many are in there. It's a bunch of bleach tablets. One of those two of those tablets in your white clothes, bam. But I also use those in bottles sometimes if I have like a bottle drink, like I like Clamato. And if I have Clamato, I use that in there, drop those tablets in there, and I'll funnel my tinkle in there so that there's no smell. And then I'll just basically pour it out on the side, or I'll just throw the whole bottle away and get another bottle. But that's how I dispose of things. And especially at night or when you're parked in the back and you got to walk across somewhere. If I'm not walk even in the daytime, I don't walk far across no damn yard. No, I don't. No, I don't. So there's ways to live on that truck. And okay, Larry Smith knows what I mean with the bleach tabs. Yeah. So yeah, I use and there's pods almost for every freaking brand. I mean, right now I'm into the Purcell pods. I think it was All was another one that had I like theirs. I'm not a Tide person. And pods aren't expensive. I mean, you can go to Family Dollars, guys, and get what you need. Right now, in my storage unit, I got a shitload of Arm and Hammer because when I was at Swift, I told you they do those when their trucks had gotten declined or whatever, or they had overstock. They sold that shit back to the employees. So I got big old family size warehouse bags of Arm and Hammer the pods laundry soap. That's why I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get some, put them in the side of my box. Okay, I didn't know Clorox made the little dry tabs. I get whatever the Walmart version is for like $3, $2 and some change. Girl, let's talk about okay, Erica. Let's keep it 51. I also am on a blood pressure medicine that has a water back on it, which means it's a diuretic. And girl, I be peeing at night like ain't nobody's business. And I told you I drink a lot of tea. So you don't want to be getting you be getting out that truck every 2 hours. I'm not doing that. So I get up, tinkling the thing, pouring a bottle. So the other thing I do, and if you ladies, I'm just keep it real. Like I told you, grumpy and the foolishness sitting up there in them pull up diapers that ain't working for them. Ladies, if you know you're not gonna be able to make it work to the bathroom because it makes you feel almost incontinent because you're on water back pills, go on and get the bladder pads. They're not that expensive. They got pulls, whatever. Fellas, you too, and you know you can't make it to the bathroom, and especially the older we get, the more it happens. Come on now. And so I brought some up in here right now. I got bladder pads with me. No shame in my game. Might have to tinkle. And you be trying to pull your pants down and you've been waiting so long, especially driving. And women, for us, the shaking of that truck, that affects your bladder. That's why I told one of my homegirls, I was like, dude, I am peeing a lot on this truck. This way before I was even on blood pressure medicine. But why I'm peeing so much on this truck? And she said, it's the vibration of the truck. I'm like, okay, because it's shaking your bladder. That little vibration, that especially Freightliners. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, and when you're going through places like Wyoming, where you have long stretches where unfortunately, only time you sometimes you have to pull over on the side and tinkle because you got to pee so bad. And by the time you get to the point where you can pull safely over, you ready to pee on yourself and you might start leaking. You need to have bladder pads. So get the bladder pads. They $5 or $6. Just, I mean, I've been fixed for years. I don't have a monthly cycle. I told you when I got sick, I was 29 years old. That's when I had my hysterectomy. So I don't have a monthly cycle like most females. We real facts. Let's real talk. I don't sit here and try to pretend. So I don't have all that going on. So for me, for the kid, what I do now is I hate pads. I hated pads back when I had a cycle. But the reality is, it's the shit you got to do now that I'm 51 years old and I'm on a water back and I drive a truck. And I may sometimes not be able to get somewhere. When I'm trying to get to the bathroom, I'm starting to leak because I've got the urgency to pee. So do the things you need to do instead of pissing on yourself like my father and having pissy clothes. And don't do that. Don't do it's just straight ignorance. Go on and handle your business the right way. Honey, the pads are your friends. I ain't gonna lie. I wear the pads and I sometimes get out there and be just leaking trying to get to the rest area of the bathroom and then sometimes just trying to get out the chair to get to the middle of the back behind the curtain just to tinkle in the bucket. Come on now. That's just realness. That's facts. I don't sit up here and BS. That's truth. Shoot, while you bullying. I'm a facts person. When it comes down to the realness, that's the realness. So people want to be out here and act like trucking is all pretty. I'm not. It's like I remember when I was with the TV watcher Martika. I love Martika. She was funny as hell. That baby was funny as hell. But Martika's like, dude, we gotta pull a truck over. I gotta take a dump. She was gonna get under the back of the truck. I said, girl, you got no porta john on this truck. I can't. I can't. I'm not look, I'm 400 pounds. I ain't pulling my drawers down and being with all my business hanging out underneath the truck with all my fat ass and I got a big ass trying to crack my ass cheeks and take a dump under the truck. I can't, y'all. I can't. I can't. I just can't. I'm not a cocker spaniel. I'm not a cocker. We are human beings. I mean, granted, there may be a time if something happened in our world where we have to regress to those methods of going behind a tree and digging a little hole and taking a shit in it. But until that day comes, that is not some crap Shannon is going to do. No, Trucker Doll is not going to do that. I'm so cool. As long as I can discreetly do my business, I can. And inside that cab, I can discreetly do my business if necessary. I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry. Shit dangling underneath the truck, taking a shit. I can't. I, I don't understand. I don't. I just, we've come too far technologically. And even me, I'm not using the newest methods of the liquid and the actual flushable porta john. Larry Smith is doing me up. She is. You doing me up, sis. You doing me up. Much love, but at least we on the same page. Neither one of us gonna be under that damn truck taking a shit. I'm sorry. Oh, sweet mother of God. I can't. I just can't. That's crazy as hell. I'm sorry. Now, I went the cheapest route, which is the portable loo. That's like 14 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever. And the bucket is like $3. My porta john is $20 and it has a two dual purpose. It serves as a trash can and as a toilet. I'm good. It'd be a shitty kidnapping. Oh, homie, you ain't never lying. Oh my God. I'm serious, dude. I'm so serious. I'm like, really? Come on now. That's funny as hell. Oh, oh my God. Oh shit. She said Kegel exercise. Shit. Look, I'm fat, but I crawl underneath that trailer. Don't get it so I can squat underneath that trailer, but I ain't squatting to take a poop. I'm looking at something and getting my fat ass from underneath there. Oh my God. Whew, Lord have mercy on me. Lord have mercy. All right. So I'm gonna talk to y'all because we can go there with this conversation. I'm gonna talk to y'all about something else though. And I was sharing this. Me and Danielle were talking. Yeah, that's why Larry Smith. You don't that whole. I that's one of the things, and I even talked to like this gentleman who was on my truck. I said, it's no longer about just you know us being attacked as women with the current climate. It just because you are a minority. You're African American, Latino, and you have these right wing crazy ass people who might be racially motivated to just want to kill you because they don't think you should be here. So it's no longer about just being a female, even males. Like I said, that young man who was killed 6'5" in his truck, and we all know 6'5". This dude was 6'2" in my truck. He was 6'2", and I told him, I said, I want you to look at the roof of my ceiling, stand up. Please tell me how you can hang yourself by your pajama pants successfully. I it would take too much work to even think about how to rig that shit. By the time you rig that shit, it's just not logical. I'm just still. And it just kills me because they want you to buy the BS, and we know that baby was killed. Let's just go on. They murdered that boy. They strangled him, choked him out, and they hung him up inside the cab of the truck. And then they got one of their buddies at the damn. He might be part of the crew at the coroner's office in the state to say, yeah, he hung himself. We know what all took place. Yes, we do. We all know what took place. Hold on. Jerome, welcome to the channel. Let me read this. Signed up for CDL school, but I had a previous accident for careless driving to 2018. I'm waiting for the recruiter to get back to me. Very stressful. Okay, so Jerome, there are going to be trucking schools out there that might take you. You might, I hate to say, go with like a CR England. Not saying hate to say, CR England has its pluses. There are people who are doing good there. Some people have made a career at CR England. But they do take hard cases. So you may have to go through a school like theirs, and you might have to put up with some shiznit for at least 6 months to a year there in order to get yourself on the road. There's other trucking companies. I think Abilene used to be, but Abilene's now owned by Knight and Swift. So I don't know if they've changed some of the rules with Abilene, but I know Abilene used to take felons and people with difficult cases. Also, if you hit me up on, I told them hit me up in the background on either truckerdoll@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook and send me a messenger and tell me who you are here that you're reaching out to me from YouTube because I don't answer everybody. Because sometimes lately, as the channel's growing, I'm starting to get the nuts. Um, if you hit me up on there, I also have Heidi information, and I need to start putting her links below. I got to go back to my videos and put the links in. I just been lazy. When I'm on home time in Phoenix, I'm gonna go back to my videos and start putting links in for you guys for everything, for the 411, for JJ's channel, for D Boy Stance's channel, for even though DCI doesn't know how to set his channel up, I'll put his in there. I have to see if that girl has her channel set up, but I'll put all that in there. And I haven't been doing it, but I'm gonna get that all set up in there. I'm also gonna set it up also where you guys can see the test because I do get a lot of new drivers, and we'll put that up. And then you can reach out to Heidi. Heidi Hart is Heart Driver Solutions. You can also probably look her up on Facebook. She knows who I am. I don't get any kickbacks. Although when you talk to her, you tell her you need to send that girl some money because she be referring people. Okay, but Heidi will listen to you. She used to be a former fleet manager for Conway. She started her own placement agency for drivers. And you can tell her what your situation is and see if she has any of her client base that can help you with a job. Okay. It'd be after trucking school and or once you get your CDL. So, but like I said, you might have to go with a CR England, one of those. Somebody's gonna probably take you. You're just gonna have to go with some one of those for at least 6 months to a year, and then once you do the 6 months to a year, prove that you can handle the truck, don't have any major accidents, hopefully no accidents. Um, then from there, the doors are open to you to kind of choose better trucking company or choose a different field within trucking. Maybe you want to do tanker, maybe you want to do reefer, maybe you want to do hazmat, maybe you want to do food grade, whatever. There's other avenues you could go. So you could decide what you want to do. Maybe you want to do intermodal, be home every night. Maybe you want to do LTL. So you could decide to do that. LTL, most of them want about 2 years experience. Oh, and then Shy saying he goes by Chi-Town Trucker, has JJ Gaming. He also is saying come over to his channel. He's going to be doing some videos. I don't know exactly what he's doing. I know he's talked about doing some instructional stuff. So hopefully he'll be doing on that. Okay, I need a mentor waiting on trucking school to start. Uh, well, you don't get a mentor till after you get done with trucking school. So first you go to trucking school, you get your CDL. Once you get that CDL, you choose the trucking company to go to. Then they're going to give you what's called a trainer or a mentor, and then you go out with that trainer for a set number of hours. The company I'm with is 240 hours now. Swift was 250. I don't know what Night is. I'm presuming they might be the same as Swift. I don't know what CR England's are, but you go out with one of the starter companies, and then they put you with a mentor for. And I'm just going to tell you, it's going to probably be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. You go out with that mentor, you go through everything that you should, like just I do everything from first what I try to do is acclimate. I want to see how you can drive the truck, handling the truck on the roadway, keeping it in its lane, turning corners, slowing down for curves that are tight curves. Like this guy, I started seeing his aggression in the curves was not good because he was driving. I told him to go slower, and I could tell he was very aggressive on some of it. He had done that, but then after he felt like I think he was trying to switch the tables. Like I'm going to do what I want to do. Um, he was trying to control that differently, but also like I said, there are bigger his bigger issues were health issues. That was his bigger issues, management of health issues, and then we went into other stuff. um, but when your trainer can see that you can handle the truck on the road and then your backing is coming under, then what I start doing is I start gradually start having you interact with the customer with me from day one. When I get out that truck, I expect my student out the truck. I don't expect you just sitting up in there pulling your phone out the glove box because I also have a phone usage policy that I do on my truck. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not an easy trainer. So here's the deal. When you get in the truck, my first thing is when we're on duty, your phone is in that glove box. I'll use my phone. I might be on the phone with Danielle, but I got 6 years, no accidents, no incidents. Now I'm usually not on the phone right away when you're in the truck. The first day, I'm just sitting there watching you. Hey Michelle. Um, the first day I'm on the truck watching you, but my sit down conversation is for no cell phone usage. That is huge to me. You got too many folks, and I learned the hard way. Now Danielle, as a trainer, she was more lenient than I was. I'm not the cell phone usage. When you're on duty in that truck driving it, your cell phone is in the glove box. And I tell you, contact your family and let them know that you are going to be probably not available for the next however long as our load is to drive. Once we get there and we check in with the customer and we're just sitting doing nothing, talk to your family. Once we go back on the clock, that phone goes back in the glove box. At night, I tell you, 1 hour. And I know it sounds like a mom, but I'm gonna get to the reason why. 1 hour, and I'm talking cell phone because cell phone is what pisses people off with me more than anything. 1 hour on your cell phone in the bunk, and then I want your cell phone up. If you somebody who don't honor that, when I tell you, and I can see when I get up to tinkle that you on the cell phone 2 to 3 hours later, the next day we're gonna have a conversation about putting the cell phone with me. You do your hour conversation, and at night that cell phone comes down and goes into the little bunk drawer at night. Yes, sir. If we move to team phase, your cell phone comes back into the bunk with me. Okay. Right, Erica, you hit it because you need your sleep. If you're on that freaking phone for 4 to 6 to 8 hours, I've done it. I'm not being an asshole because of I know what the results are. I did it and I know what the outcome can be. But I've also had students who did it, and then you get behind the wheel, you're tired, you're not managing the truck, and you're gonna kill me and you. Now I gotta pull you out the seat because your ass is too tired to drive, or send you back to the bunk. It's insanity. Okay, I don't know what that conversation is about the love, but okay, y'all work that out. But um, the cell phone usage is probably the thing that I think pisses most students off, especially in today's generation and today's world, because the cell phone to you is a lifeline. But the reality is, it is a lifeline, but it also can be a death line if you're using it in the wrong way in a semi truck or in any vehicle for that matter of fact. I saw a car where the guy was texting out of Utah. I was coming out of the Swift terminal in Utah. I didn't have a student. Did I have a student? No, I didn't. Coming out Swift terminal, getting on the highway there, right up from the Swift terminal, turn the corner, and the car. I could see him. He's on the opposite side of the freeway. He was heading westbound. I was heading eastbound, and that car he weaved over and hit the concrete barrier because he was doing this. And car hit that thing so hard, popped up in the air, came back down. I don't know what happened to the dude. I kept rolling. Yeah. Well, Jennifer, welcome, and I'm happy you like the channel. If you're coming into trucking, all I want you to do is make sure you go back and look at my safety videos as a female, and even my men. You need it, black men, especially minority men, Latino men. Please follow that, and even other people of other nationalities. The reason I'm gonna tell you to follow that because there are some crazy ass people out here in the transportation industry. It can be a very lucrative industry. It has it to me. It has its benefits to it, but it also has its safety issues. So just be kind of cautious in this industry. You need to be careful. You need to be careful. Let me see what else we got going on. So welcome to the channel for those, Jennifer, and I thank you that you like it. I try to be real. I mean, you get some people that want to be arrogant and they want to be other truckers. They want to be famous. It's not about that for me. I really want to. I want to try to help people. When I first came in this industry, I like watched Trucker 47 and Brenda, and she hasn't done any videos lately. But that was the only one I saw. And she just kind of showed you her world and talked about her experiences. And I liked how what I felt was being authenticity. Nowadays I think we got some on here who I think they're doing it for the shine, opposed to really helping people. Um, that bothers me. I really want to see like Nikki. Nikki's like, I've learned all this stuff. I'm gonna share it with you for free. And I'm like, well, I think we should bless you. She's like, no, I'm gonna share it with you for free. Because I'm sure she paid her dues and she understood that she had to milk through the BS to find out the realness of what's up with being like a lease purchase and owner op, having your own authority. So when I talk to her, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna break. I'm gonna sit down with her. First thing we're gonna do is break out subjects like how do I start as a lease purchase op. what steps you go to, what do you recommend, what you don't recommend. Then I'm going to talk to if you want to be an owner op, you want to be I mean have your own authority. How did you go through that process? What are the pluses you saw about it? What are the downfalls you saw about it? So we might have like a little series of videos that we're going to probably be doing. I think what I'm going to do is probably post them on either the Trucker 411 and or Facebook with her. I might do some on here. I'm obviously going to do a good interview with her on here. I really want her to tell her story of what trucking did in turning her life around, because that right there is mind blowing. Thank you very much, Erica. Yeah, and it's very. And I followed some, and some of the ones you probably are thinking of. I followed, and I have some like I love TRB, like the Wright brother. He just who he is. He just I like him. I can watch him. Allie Knight. I like Allie Knight. Allie Knight's just a quirky white chick, and I was like, cool. There's another one that's on here now, and she's it might not be your cup of tea. Oh shit, Ellie O'Dare, and she does a lot of road views and just talking about it, just I like that. I used to like the other one I used to like was and he's in the office now is Indiana Jack. And no, I liked him because he rode around, showed you his day. Then you got the other ones who just like I said, they started getting over the top. Now I also like Woody. If Woody who used to be at Prime and he's now his own he has his own little fleet of trucks under I think RST or one of those. I like him. I liked Woody because Woody told you his journey, and Woody had a logic that I liked, like how he thought about money and what he did in order to motivate himself to do where he to be as well off as he is now, comfortable as he is. But he's going through some hiccups getting there too. So I like those are some of the ones that I watch. Um, and I used to like a guy named Casanova, but he's not really on here as much anymore. I like Casanova because he talked about working on your truck. He was a lease purchase, or he's a no, he was an owner op. He actually owned his own truck. I liked watching him and how he got started, and a lot of people, but I think some things went haywire, and he just said, "F it." He left YouTube, so he hasn't done much. AB Miller, what's up? Yes, I used to love him. He's in the office now for Travel Loco, but I love me some Indiana Jack. Indiana Jack. He did the road views and stuff. And I have a camera for the road views. Actually, it's in here. I just got to sit down and read it. I don't know if I haven't read how to use it yet. I got the mount and everything, just haven't done it. So I'll be setting that up on this truck here shortly. Yeah, yeah, and I love the road views from Allie. Like Allie would be talking, and Allie just she quirky as hell, man. She's back. Her and her boy. I think I don't know if she got married to him or not. Boyfriend, husband, fiance, they back, and they have like a house. He's working on a house, and she just bought a truck, and she finally leased on to Landstar. So I like that. Oh, international, you gotta tell me that was my Hirschbach truck, girl. I parked that shit right at. I don't remember what engine it was. I parked that shit. You don't even imagine about the engine. Shit, the shit inside was falling apart. That should tell you all you need to know about international. Shit, plugs and shit just coming out the damn dash. That truck was horrid. My back was so jacked up when I got out that damn truck. The seat was horrid. Freaking Mariah Carey sounded like you was strangling her on the damn stereo system. Sound like they whooped her ass. I was like, what the hell? It's wrong. International ain't cheap ass shit. Hey Shayna, what's up? Yeah, yeah, I'm good on internet. They can keep an international. Yeah, the international only thing. If you get that in your trucking line, you just want that for some day cab shit. Them internationals is some shit. Look, international, y'all listen to me. Your trucks are a piece of shit. It's freaking. I can't. And Peterbilt, I'm pissed off at you about this damn stereo system in this truck. Y'all just second in line to that piece of shit stereo system they had up in that damn international. That international sound like some damn tin cans, y'all. It sounded like somebody was up in there. I'm serious. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Beautiful voices, right? Child, please. It sounded like somebody whooped their ass up in there. Like she was struggling for her life. I was like, what the hell? It was so tingy. Sound like some tin can speakers. Oh shit. Whew. I was like, my lord. And the one that I have on this one ain't as bad too, but good freaking lord. I'm like, when you take singers who can sing and you put them on a stereo system and it sounds like somebody just jacking them up and whooping their ass, there's a problem. There's a problem. And my problem is, y'all, I'm a truck driver, so I'm not watching TV. I need to listen to music. I need to listen to talk radio and I listen to audiobooks. Now, yeah, they can go audiobook and talk radio, they can be through some tingy speakers. But when I listen to Mariah Carey, I want to enjoy the quality of her voice. I also want to enjoy the quality of Whitney's voice. But when it sounds like somebody got up in there and they committing a murderous act to him, that's a freaking problem. Cause it's like she sound like she it's like fuck, she sound like she's dying. God forgive me. She sound like she's freaking dying. A horrid system. Oh my God. Whoo. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm sorry. I go there. Shayna, student issues. You'll have to go back in the beginning. I can't really get into things right now. They're still working on stuff. Um, but the beginning of this video kind of deals with the fact of some of the issues. He had some health issues, in my opinion, that he wasn't managing. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Initially on the truck, I thought he was a very nice guy. Seemed to be a want to get a go getter, but go getter also means that if I want to go get, I need to also manage my shit. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'll tell y'all this quick story. We've been on here a minute. I'll end this live because I don't want it to be too long. Um, when I started driving, when I had to come back after my 5 years off, I had to go back out with a trainer, and my trainer happened to be Martika, the one with TV Watcher. And Martika, we like, girl, she's a young kid. She's like fast. So think Martika is like, that baby under 25, and she's the one that told her mom, mom, I because Martika was a gay chick. I met my dad, mom. And she goes, "What do you mean you met your dad? I got you a new husband. I want her to be my dad." Talking about me. She's cool as mom. She's a Latino girl. Martika would I loved her. That's why I probably never reported her. And I need to report. I should have reported baby for watching TV. Having Netflix streaming on the dash knobs because they had the internal and external cameras. So she knew to put it down. And she leaned back like she in a low Ratika was funny. I opened the curtain and I just loved her because she was sweet. But the baby, I'm telling you, only thing watching that baby was some angels. But she'd be like, dude, we at the Wendy's. Oh, dude, this sandwich is the bomb. You want me to get you one too? I mean, she was so funny. And I say, Martika, I can't eat that. I'll be asleep. Because I learned from what happened to me back when I first started and that Wendy's hamburger and them fries and that big ass Coke. And I didn't know how I got from the freeway to the TA fuel island. And I woke up sleep in the fuel island. And I don't know how long I had been asleep inside the fuel island. So I learned from those big mistakes. And thank you to Trucker Bill talking to me about food coma. Okay. And Martika, she sit there and be watching Netflix talking about she wanna but Martika's like she always like, dude, she want me to eat something. But I was so disciplined. What I ate while I was on her truck, whenever I had to drive, if I had to drive and I needed to eat, I was like, pretty much I wore myself out on flatbread, veggie sandwiches. That is what I ate when I sat in the seat because I was newly diagnosed borderline diabetic and I had to watch how I ate because I knew what would happen now between the meds and the new diagnosis if I ate anything outside those realms that would make me sleepy or tired. So I ate veggie subs. I did the flatbread, which was less carbohydrates. I ate sunflower seeds. I ate nuts. I tried to eat things with very low carbs because if y'all don't know, crackers, chips, those turn into sugars. And the next thing you're going to do is this depending on what the amount of intake is. Now, I do my blood sugar checks weekly or every other week. My blood sugar checks, finger sticks are 80 to 90, which is very good. You don't want to be in the 100 point mark because that's very bad. So you want to be anything over 100. So that's how you have to do that. Hold on, let me see where we're at. Shut the front door. The Danielle Bowman, she loves my shut the front door saying. That's my shut the F up saying. Larry, you know I'm the line. Yeah, and Shane, I am getting a new student. They have a young lady that I'm supposed to be picking up here in Texarkana. I haven't met with her because I'm dealing with this exodus of this other one that just got off. and the company's going to deal with however they're dealing with that. I don't know what they're going to do with it. It's really not my business to that degree. I'm curious, but again, I'm the type of person. Some people think I'm an asshole trainer who listen to my stories. If you go back to some of my stories of my Swift students, that the Nigerian girl that went backwards down the mountain and who wanted to be on her phone all the time, or the veteran with 18 years who is so pussy whipped he can't get his mind off his woman, so he almost runs over a car at a stop in a construction zone. Or my student that was talking in voices up in the front seat and had his whole cartoon cast going on. Y'all go back to my older videos and see that. And actually, of all my students, he actually could half-ass drive, but he had a whole cast of characters going on up in the front seat. So he had come to me with enough hours to where I should have been able to get in the bunk. I rode with him the first 10 hours and saw that he could handle the truck as far as driving straight. He needed work on backing, but I'm always telling my students wake me up to back, or if I know they're going to get to the customer, I already Erica, yes she did. She rode backwards. Wait for it, in an automatic truck on Raton. We had come to a stop. And Larry Smith, I told her this one. We had come to a stop because there was construction going on. She could not get the truck momentum to go forward after coming to the stop and started rolling backwards and could not even feel the truck was rolling backwards. I had to pop the emergency brakes, move her out of the seat, switch the logs, hazards on, jump in the seat, and drive the truck out of Raton because she could not drive the truck going forward. She couldn't get it from a stop position to go forward. I have no idea. The baby, she's from Nigeria. I have no idea. But then she wanted to be on her cell phone when I got in the seat, but you can't keep the truck going forward. So she actually ended up off the truck. People thought I was mean. I'm a mean trainer. I'm not a mean trainer. I'm very I see things that are going to be a detriment. If you don't understand the severity of what we drive, there's a problem. And as this young man tried to tell me, well, he's actually older than me. I didn't care, but he's young in his mind. Just because you have a CDL, I guess I'm supposed to just trust you to drive the truck and do what the hell you want to do. Ninja, please, you better get the hell out of this truck with the bull crap. Crazy as hell. In the words, as I say, Danielle, shut the front door. Yes, crazy as hell. Get the frick out the seat. Um, Thank you, Michelle. Safety first. So you have these people that have just really, to me, unreal viewpoints and lackadaisical viewpoints. I watched him the other day and he was trying to drive and he likes to eat the ice while he's driving one way, and I'm seeing him veer the truck and I'm sitting there watching because I had already been in talks with the company about some stuff. So and I knew that he was coming off the truck. So I just said, okay, we were aiming to here. I knew where we were coming. He didn't know it was gonna happen when we got here. I knew it was gonna happen when we got here. And I'm very I try to be very clear. Hey, she brings ain't seen you in a while. What's up, baby? Um, I was very clear on I knew it was gonna happen when we got here. And right now she brings we might be talking because I don't know. I might look at fuel tanker. I'm thinking about it. I gotta see if I'm in shape to do that. But I look because I watched the little kind of chunky monkey loves God get out and he hooked his little hoses up and put the fuel in there. That's really what I wanted to do when I came out of trucking school. I wanted to do fuel because I knew it was going to bring good money. Um, and also you could do fuel and be home every night. You just do fuel in your state. Yeah, we just got loaded up with potatoes. We were 78,000 pounds. Yeah, that's the other thing. They get like Martika when I was with her, safety had pulled her in at Swift several times. And I really didn't need to report her because she was an aggressive driver. And she had a lot of aggression when she drove. I noticed that. Now she's supposed to be my mentor for me coming back into trucking after 5 years, and I was teaching her shit. And she's like, okay, dude, I know that you can drive, dude. I know you can drive. So I'm just gonna let you drive. Of course you're gonna let me drive. You're getting your money for my miles. I told her I said I need work on my back, and she couldn't help me with shit on backing. I mean, she could back, but I don't know how the hell she backed. She opened the window and leaned her little short ass out and looked, but her windows, like her mirrors, your right and left mirror, she never used them. Let me help you. I know she never used them. I went to do a back, and I could not see behind me because they were full of dirt. We had to literally wash the windows so that I could see to back because she never used them to back, and she never used them when she was driving down the road. She didn't give a damn what was going on the right and left. She just do what she did. I don't know how like I said, the baby, love her dearly. She funny as hell, but that baby was dangerous as hell, and she was a mentor. Oh yeah, the mirrors was dirty, girl. I could have wrote my name, your name, and five other people's name up in there. I could have drew up the Trinity. So, I'm sorry, I got my sarcasm on right now. I gotta reel her back. I could have do this. Look, I could have showed you about the Holy Trinity up in her mirror with my finger. It has so much dirt on the mirrors. On, I understand. If you don't have you never have enough mirrors on the truck, and why they dirty so you can't see through them. I don't know. I can't. But yeah, and see the speed, speed, speed. Oh, I'm behind this big truck, and I'm that. It's a mentality to understand. So, like when I was asked the question, are you this controlling in every aspect of your life, or just in trucking? And he made some other comments that were foul, but we don't go there because he's pissed off about some stuff. And I basically said my personal life is off limits, but I have a methodology to which I run this truck because methodology gets me home. I'm not the one that dropped the tanker at my former company, Schneider. I didn't drop the tanker. You did. Have I had some screw ups? Absolutely. But because I've learned from those screw ups and I never had a preventable under my screw ups, thank you, Jesus, knock on wood, because I never went so far over the Richter scale where it would be a preventable. Um, and I caught myself before it ever gets to that level, then I learned methodologies. All in them, girl. All in his feelings and then some. He's a grumpy. Once I figured out who he was, because he presented one thing, and I figured out him and my father, they very much alike. That's why he read my father's cards. My father didn't care for him after, oh, there's something wrong, and there was something wrong. My father was absolutely right, but they read each other's cards because they're very much alike. Basically, they're two grown males who want to do things their way, even if what their way is detrimental. And unfortunately, behind the wheel of that truck, you cannot, and at least on my truck, I will not. I I the Shannon will not, the trucker doll will not sit there and continue to allow you to be unsafe without notifying this company. Whatever company it may be, if I train. Call me an asshole trainer. But at the end of the day, I don't have hopefully some dude that I approved going down a mountain killing four people because I passed them. Well, Monty's not really a parent, but he's a biological seed donor who created children. But he read dude because ninjas know ghetto ninjas, and he read his cards, and they're very similar. They both want to do what they want to do. They weigh, and they don't give a damn detrimental. Just the ninjas know ninjas. Hood ninjas know hood ninjas. But what this hood ninja didn't realize was he's dealing with somebody who know both sides of the track. Danielle messed with me about the potatoes. So I'm gonna share this with you because Danielle brought something up. Hold on, let me read the one before you, Danielle. Straight no chaser. That is me, MJ. I am. I had to tell him that. I told him. I said, look, you get on this truck. I am gonna be straight with no chasers. And one of the things he did try to do, he wanted me. So I guess what happens when they give them the 100 hours here, like that's usually a person who's driven before, and they give you 100 hours with the trainer. Well, I guess some of the trainers, if they feel they determine that the person can drive, which I have a problem with this, but I guess they give them the leeway at this company. They can tell the company, hey, I've had the guy on my truck for about 10, 20 hours. He's handling the truck, he's back, and he can drive the truck. He don't need to be on here for the 100 hours. Just go on and give him a truck. And I'm guessing that I don't know how true that is. That's happening with some of the people. Well, old boy talked to some of his people in the training class that he was in, and he says, "Yeah." He says, "So." He says, "So after we do this load, this run we were just on, we were supposed to go to Wisconsin, but I made it, so we got here." He's like, "After we do this load, you can just sign off on my paperwork and tell them I'm good, right?" I said, "What are you referring to?" He's like, "Well, I got boys who in my class, and they saying that they had to do the 100 hours, and they trainer just released them after only what is it? After only 10 after a couple of after a run or so." I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, unfortunately, This gentleman couldn't drive for more than 2 hours without having to take a nap. I'm gonna leave it there. Unfortunately, I've only seen you drive a total of 6 hours on a trip that should have netted you 12 to 14 hours. And if I've only seen that, how do I justify to the company if you can't drive a full 10 hours that you should just be passed on to get you a truck and be put on the road? You won't intimidate me to do that. You won't do that. No, you won't. And you dumb enough to think there's some people that I guess maybe he's from New York or wherever the hell he was from and thought that you could, talk to me crazy and think I'm gonna be, oh my God, I gotta no, no, not me. But what I will do, and this is something me and Danielle talked about just today, is you dealing with somebody who knows I don't play physical chess, but I can play mental chess. And I was trained, no offense to those of y'all who are not African American or Latino or minority, I was trained by some of the pink people, some of the Anglos in the banking industry. So I know how to just be calm. And in my mind, I'm strategically dealing with you and your bullshit. Excuse my friend, let's go there. Just like I deal with my dad. I just look at my dad like, oh, okay. You really think I believe you that you're going to tell me that they tell you the brakes don't need to be done? I can go out there and look. I can look right through the rims and see the brakes and see the striations in the brake that tell me that the pads are gone. The fact you pumping the brakes 5 times to stop the car. And you gonna lie to me and tell me the mechanic told you that? Ninja, please. Hold on, y'all. So, in essence, I don't play checkers. I play chess whenever you're gonna deal with me on that truck. And if you think you're gonna come onto the truck and you think, hey King JC, what's up, baby? Hi, that's my Quan. Hi, baby. Um, so you gonna think you're gonna come up on here and play games and go back there and take a nap and can drive for 2 hours, but you want me to sign off on paperwork and tell this company that you good to drive? You lost your damn mind. I'm good, baby. How you doing? Um, You've lost your mind. I'm not going to do that. And because then I'm gonna see your ass on the news like this kid that's 23 years old because you done fell asleep at the wheel because you in your BS and you don't want to control your shiznit and you think that I'm gonna put up with your shiznit and sign off because you think you can talk and be trying to be intimidating and I just go calm on you thinking you winning. But when the winner's gonna be when I come back here and they put your ass off this truck and they got a whole list of shit on you because you think I'm gonna sign up on your paperwork. I'll be just as calm and play that little, oh, okay. And in the background, I'm already setting the game stages. You just lost the game. I don't, excuse me, y'all. I don't play ninja checkers. I'm playing pink people chess. Black people, feel me when I say this to you. You need to learn how to play pink people chess. We're living in their world, they're not living in ours. I'm just saying. The reason we such behind the eight ball even politically is because we sitting up here playing checkers, black people checkers, in a white people chess game. You're gonna lose. You got to get your mind wrapped where they are. And there's a proper way that they do their business, how they handle stuff, how they network, and how they negotiate. And if you don't learn those things, and you sit up here and think you're gonna go the ninja route, and sit up here think you can talk to people and you want people to get up here and because what he was doing some stuff on my truck to try to get into a verbal argument and I just got calm. I said, oh, okay. And I would turn questions around on him. Then he would try to do something, say something else and try to be belittling. I was like, oh, okay. And I just the whole time in the background of the scene, he thought we were gonna get back on this truck and he was gonna go finish out his 100 hours with me. Guys, I don't want to finish the 100 hours and then I'll be off trucking fucking. I said, oh, okay, okay. Little did he know I had already within a day I was working on getting him off the truck. I had talked to head of safety. I done talked to the head of the student services. I put everything in writing. Look, even hit the record button so they could hear conversations. You effing with the right one. Checkers versus chess. Chess is winning. I'm just saying. I learned from them. Fortune 500 company out of New York. He's from Rhode Island, New York, wherever. Fortune 500 company. I've learned how to play checkers or how to play chess. You can sit here and play ninja checkers if you want to. roll your head, cuss out each other, scream and yell. You're gonna look like a dumbass fool. They calmly will sit there like this. Hi. Hi, Bobby Joe. At the same time, when they leave the office for the day, they walk your ass to the front door, and you didn't know the whole time but that Sally Sue was talking to you with a smile on her face. She's getting ready to exit your ass from the door. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. So I sit and I watch people, and they try to do stuff that's just craziness. And the sad part is, you know, I wanted to see this young man. Trucking can change lives. When we Nikki sit her story from the beginning to life changing, then we're going to get into the business side of it. Trucking can any job. I'm gonna put this like this, any job used in the right way can change a life. If you sitting living on the street and you get a job at KFC and it's paying some bills and you can get you a little shimmy shack to put yourself in, it was better than the street corner. Your life got changed. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take y'all to church for a minute. If you were somebody who's living in the projects and you go and you get a job as a street sweeper or a garbage man and you move from the projects to a higher class apartment, what they say, moving on up, and you got you a bed that you didn't have when you was living in the projects. You ain't got roaches walking all over your food and over your shit. Come on, y'all. So all of us came from something. Then it changed your life. You got a job and you tried to live a better life. But if you want to sit here in your BS and you want to sit and lay in it, you have your reward. We have got to start looking at things differently. Status of success is not always a Mercedes Benz. Status of success is that I did better than I did yesterday. So y'all, I'm getting ready to take y'all to church a little bit. Me and my father were having a talk. He crazy as hell, but he's got some street wisdom, like I told you. He said, I never realized I was poor growing up. Now, his level of poor and my level of poor are two different things. I didn't grow up wealthy. I would say my mother's family would have been considered, if we took among black families, probably a middle class black family based on my grandfather's hustle. Okay. But my mother, she was a single mom with me. My mother was on food stamps and welfare for a minute, as was some of y'all's. Come on now. Black, white, independent, green, yellow. Not all of us grew up in a middle class family. Her parents might have been more so a little more middle class, but my mother on her own, with only $50 of child support every month, she was on welfare, trying to do independent and do her own thing. Even though she's an asshole, she tried. But I'm gonna tell you this much: she went from welfare to being able to pay her own bills, put her own groceries in the refrigerator. That's a level of success. She might not drive a Mercedes. She might have had a green Gremlin, which was the first car she could afford. It might not have been your sports car, but that's her level of success. She did better than she did yesterday. Stop measuring your success by somebody else. So if you have been in prison, in jail, on the street corner, broke, poor, hungry, living in the projects, growing up in the hood in the ghetto, and you can get out, get out. And that's your level of success. Don't compare it to trying to be, you know, some big football player with be better than what you was yesterday. Me and Danielle's in the process of buying a home. She's had some setbacks. I said, girl, let me tell you something. God is in this. Everything's happening for a reason. She bought her dirt. She owns her property. She's moving from rent to ownership. That's better than yesterday. God is already in the details. It might not be your mansion, but it's her mansion. And she owns her dirt. She getting ready to buy her house, put her house up on it. I don't care if it's a manufactured home. I don't care if she builds it with some sticks and stuff and the holes that y'all know what some of us came from slavery to houses that they built with tin roofs on there. They didn't look like much. Floors that wasn't insulated. In there sweeping the dirt that's coming up between the floors. See, that's what my father grew up in his grandma's house. But don't think Trucker Doll has been this up. Child, let me help y'all. We had the little TV where you broke the antenna off. Y'all know some of y'all my age. You put it in there back before cable and you moved the antenna and you took the pliers and you turned the channels. I came from that. Or you got the broom and you didn't have the dustpan. So you took the paper plate, you cut the edge and you swept better than yesterday. So when you get a chance like this young man had with me on the truck, I almost want to shake him and say, "Brother, what are you doing? You came from, you tell me you had this one life. You tell me you come to here, and now you bending over screwing yourself because you won't manage one little thing when you sit behind this wheel. You want to eat sugar when you back in this truck and go to sleep? Go right ahead. But when you behind this wheel, you getting in your own way. Cut nose off, spite face. Same thing my father does. $100,000 down the drain. Cut nose off, spite face. $3,500 a month. Cut nose off, spite face, because I want to do it my way, and my way is getting in my way. Y'all don't get me going. Use things to help you get better. Going to this doctor at the end of the month. We've been talking about the weight loss. It's got to happen. I'm tired now. I'm tired of carrying the fat around. Getting ready to start setting this up to where I go. The insurance here is pretty damn decent and not that expensive. I'll be with these guys for a year or longer. Take my ass in here. Go talk to her about this gastric bypass or gastric sleeve, whichever one I decide to do, lap band, and we're gonna start making this happen, Captain, because it's time. It's time. I love food, I do, honestly, and I'm gonna have to change my mind around some things and try to figure out how I work that in doing trucking, because this is probably what I'm gonna retire out in. We have to wrap our minds around changing some stuff and how we look at things. But behind that wheel, we really have to be cognizant of what we're doing. And just because somebody's given a CDL does not mean that they are meant to drive a truck. It's not. Some of them need to be working for the bus system. That's probably a good thing for him. If he can manage his health issues, he probably needs to be a city bus driver and go his way. He should not be driving and until he's willing to. And actually, right now, I don't even think he should have any driving job until he decides to put his mind around his health issue. This young man that was here. And some other issues he got, some attitude issues. When I got on my trainer's truck, honestly, I sat in a humble position. I wasn't trying to run shit, and I'm not even running my own shit right. And trying to think I'm gonna put myself and try to be intimidating, and put myself in control. Like I said, you playing Negro checkers on somebody who been trained by pink people checkers, or chess. You mean pink people chess? And he just had a chess move made on him. Checkmate. And I calmly did it just like they do. It's a bank. Hi, how are you doing today, Joanne? Girl, that dress is lovely. And while she's smiling at you, talking to you, being nice, she's put in play to walk your ass out that door, cut your throat without ever pulling out a knife. See, black folks want to get niggified. I told him, blah, 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 blah. That's checkers. You need to learn chess. Chess is calm. Chess is calm. Hold on, y'all. Somebody is. Play chess. Don't play checkers. And chess is how we control it. I was sharing this with Danielle. Okay, I think Jerome, you just sent me something on here. I'll get in touch with you. I was telling Danielle today, and we were talking, and I said I do chess moves because some people were very, very shocked at how I handled my issue with this young individual. And I told her I'm a chess player. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I learned from a Fortune 500 bank called Chase Manhattan Bank. They sent me to management training on how to deal with stuff, and I watched and I learned, and I understand strategically why. I hate to say it, us as African Americans, we're in the situation we're in. And I'm going to say it like this, and y'all forgive me. Black folks, take ourselves to Africa. We have a jungle type mentality when we fight. We want to get up in there and cuss each other out and do the neck roll and fist up and fight and think whoever wins, wins. Both of y'all is losers. Okay? White folks, Anglos, they don't even have to put their dukes up. They don't. They'll do it in chess moves. You just did a checker play. Chess moves, they'll be calm, sitting at their house, eating their ice cream. You get into work tomorrow, you ain't got no job, your desk is cleaned out, and your shit is packed up. Who really won the fight? The one who got up in the office and physically whipped somebody's ass? Or the one whose livelihood was just taken away from them because you up in here trying to play checker moves? You feel me? Get under the chess moves. Chess moves is strategic. When you talk to Nikki, that's one thing. Nikki didn't realize I picked up some things on her. That sister is a chess move person. If she don't know, I think she does. She is always thinking and her articulation is stellar. So when you sit and you listen to her history and listen to, I'm gonna call it her testimony on where she was and where she is now, child, please. Y'all better sit back, pull out some books and take notes. Cause I was sitting up there like this. And Jesus done taught me a lot. I've been through a whole bunch. When I'm talking to this little young 30 some year old sister, I'm just like this and I'm 51. Like amazing. Articulate, strategic. When she speaks, she thinks before she says her words. I'm like, she doesn't realize I've analyzed her. I'm an analytical person. I've analyzed everything about that in her conversation with her. Y'all better get some wisdom. We got to start handling things differently. I have a very bad temper. My temper is hoo, 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 hoo. And I have gone the ninja route, gone physical fight and ninja stuff. So bad one time I almost did some damage. Thank God I wasn't in handcuffs for what I did. Very physical because somebody took me there. I was in my early 20s and I learned a very vital lesson. I was so angry I scared myself. Like, who is that person who would go that far off the Richter scale? And I found out that in my father's line, they have a lot of temper issues. My grandmother said I have 3 times the amount of temper of some of our family members if it wasn't for Jesus. He's got the reins on it. But also, because of things I learned and started mentally implementing, I've learned how to hold that back and how to use what I've learned strategically. Y'all, we can't go this route anymore. Larry Smith, I'm getting ready to go to bed too because we on here 117 minutes, which is a long damn time. Have a good night, everybody. But y'all, you gotta do things differently. You gotta do things differently. Anyway, everybody, I'm getting ready to go tonight too because I'm getting ready to get off this phone and eat laughs. I gotta. My dinner tonight is a. What is my damn dinner tonight? My dinner tonight is I have a half of a firehouse sub sitting over there. I wish I had more pickles, but I have mustard. I'm gonna eat that and I'm gonna go to bed because I'm here. They paid for my first night here and they gave me an independent room, which I'm really happy. And I wasn't sharing a room, so I got my room to myself and I paid for tonight. And I'll be out tomorrow and I'll find out about this next trainee tomorrow. But y'all keep me in prayer. I'll keep y'all in prayer. Two, be blessed, be safe. Anybody who has questions, go ahead and put that on there. Also, you can always go to the Trucker 411, ask any of our questions. I have Chi-Town Trucker, also known here as JJ Gaming. Who else do I have on there? Danielle has joined us on the channel. I'm probably going to end up making her an admin as well on the Trucker 411. Who else do I have? I have D Boy Stance, who was formerly with Prime. Right now she's local. We have a new one on there who just got a brand new truck from her company, Rail. Spelled Roehl. That girl is on there. She can probably tell you about her trucking experience, and she's got a brand new, I think 2020 Freightliner. No brand. When I say brand new, plastic on the seats. And then we also have DCI Jams, and he does Werner. So we have people on there that can answer questions, and I'll always be able to try to answer questions, but sometimes I may relay you over to them. Yes, I love pickles. Ooh, I'm a sour person, y'all. I love anything sour. I have a sour thing. Pickles, green olives, pickled, what's that? Pickled okra. Um, I like pickled garlic, anything pickled flavor that's saline and vinegary. I love that. Salt, sour, love it. Not so good for my blood pressure, but we monitor that. Anyway, two, y'all. Be blessed. Talk to y'all maybe tomorrow before I leave here. I don't know. We'll see. Peace.